They are whispered about in hushed tones. Their name evokes fear and fascination, the Illuminati, a secret society pulling the strings of governments and shaping the destiny of nations. But do they truly exist, or are they merely a figment of our collective imagination? For centuries, the Illuminati have been blamed for wars, economic collapses, and the manipulation of the masses. They are said to control the media, the banks, even our very thoughts. Their reach is vast, their power absolute, or so the stories go. The truth, as always, is far more complex. The Illuminati are real. They did exist. But their story is not one of unending power and influence. It is a story of intrigue, betrayal, and ultimately failure. To understand the Illuminati, we must first journey back to their origins, to a time of revolution and upheaval. Only then can we begin to unravel the truth behind the myth. The year was 1776. The American colonies were on the brink of revolution, fighting for their independence from British rule. And in the small German state of Bavaria, a professor named Adam Weishaupt founded a secret society known as the Order of the Illuminati. Weishaupt, a scholar of law and philosophy, was disillusioned with the power structures of his day. He believed that the church and the state were corrupt and oppressive, stifling the progress of human thought and freedom. He dreamed of a world free from tyranny, where reason and knowledge would reign supreme, guiding humanity towards a brighter future. To achieve his goals, Weishaupt turned to the power of secrecy, believing that only through covert actions could real change be accomplished. He recruited a small group of trusted individuals, intellectuals, artists, and freethinkers who shared his vision for a better world. Together they formed the Illuminati, a clandestine organization dedicated to overthrowing the established order and promoting Enlightenment ideals. The Illuminati met in secret, their rituals shrouded in mystery, adding to the allure and intrigue surrounding their activities. They adopted pseudonyms and used coded language to communicate, ensuring their plans remained hidden from prying eyes. Their goal was to infiltrate and subvert the institutions of power, to spread their message of enlightenment from within, hoping to ignite a revolution of the mind and spirit. The Illuminati were children of the Enlightenment, a period of profound intellectual and cultural ferment that swept across Europe in the 18th century. This era was marked by a surge in philosophical, scientific, and political thought that sought to challenge the old ways and bring about a new dawn of human understanding. Enlightenment thinkers championed reason, science, and individual liberty. They believed that through rational thought and empirical evidence, humanity could achieve progress and enlightenment. They challenged traditional authority and called for a more just and equitable society. Their ideas sparked debates and protests, pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable. Weishaupt and his fellow Illuminati embraced these ideals. They saw themselves as torchbearers of this new intellectual movement, determined to spread its principles far and wide. They believed in the power of education to liberate the human mind. By fostering a culture of learning and critical thinking, they hoped to break the chains of ignorance and superstition. They advocated for religious tolerance, freedom of speech, and the separation of church and state. These were radical ideas at the time, challenging the very foundations of society. Their ultimate aim was to create a society based on reason, not superstition or dogma. They envisioned a world where knowledge and rationality would guide human affairs. To spread their message, the Illuminati infiltrated Masonic lodges, universities, and government offices. They sought to influence key institutions from within. They published pamphlets and books promoting their ideas under the guise of anonymity. These writings were distributed widely, reaching a diverse audience. Their influence, though subtle, began to spread. In coffee houses and salons, people discussed their revolutionary ideas. However, the Illuminati's subversive activities did not go unnoticed. Their secretive nature and radical ideas drew the attention of those in power. Their calls for revolution and their attacks on the church made them enemies of the powerful. The established order saw them as a threat to their authority. As their numbers grew, so too did the suspicion surrounding them. The Illuminati's influence was undeniable, but it came at a cost. In 1785, the Bavarian government, fearing the Illuminati's growing influence, issued an edict outlawing all secret societies. This decree was a direct response to the perceived threat that these clandestine groups posed to the established order and the stability of the state. The Illuminati's meeting places were raided, their documents seized. Authorities were determined to dismantle the organization and erase its influence from society. Weishaupt, the founder of the Illuminati, was forced to flee into exile, his organization seemingly crushed. His vision of a society guided by reason and enlightenment was abruptly halted, but the myth of the Illuminati was just beginning. Despite their apparent downfall, whispers of their continued existence persisted. Forced underground, their true motives obscured by secrecy and rumor, the Illuminati became the subject of wild speculation. Stories of their secretive meetings and hidden agendas captivated the public imagination. They were accused of plotting to overthrow governments, of orchestrating revolutions, of worshipping the devil himself. These accusations, though unfounded, only served to enhance their mystique. The French Revolution, which erupted just a few years after the Illuminati's suppression, added fuel to the fire. Many believed that the chaos and upheaval were the work of the Illuminati. Conspiracy theorists pointed to the Illuminati's revolutionary rhetoric and their supposed influence in Masonic lodges as evidence of their involvement in the uprising. These theories spread rapidly, gaining traction among the fearful and the curious. Though there is no historical evidence to support these claims, the seeds of suspicion had been sown. The idea of a shadowy group pulling the strings behind world events was too compelling to ignore. The Illuminati, once a small group of idealists, had become a convenient scapegoat for the anxieties of a changing world. Their legend grew, fueled by fear, uncertainty, and the human penchant for conspiracy.